Howdy, chat. How you doing? Happy Thursday. I know. Drops, yes, thank you. Thank you. I learned yesterday after stream and I didn't realize it. The drops are on. Oh my god. I signed up for it and it said I was eligible for it, and but I never knew if they actually got turned on because there's no message or anything in Twitch that tells you, "Oh, hey, by the way, you have drops." So yes, there are drops enabled on this stream and they will be enabled through I think mid or end October. They go for a while. So yeah, if you want drops from Genshin Impact, tell your friends, small streamers, so you probably have a really good chance of getting them on this stream. So tell everybody, come hang out. Let's play Genshin together. It'll be a good time had by all. You know? So what are we doing today? We are hanging out in the desert some more. The Mondstadt event did open today. However, I'm gonna save that for after the Archon quests, just to have something to do because we have time on it. Like we have, how much do we have? And yes, I know I haven't flipped. So we have 17 days and 10 hours, so it's not going to take me that long to get through all the anecdote or all the things. So we'll start that here in a little while, but I want to get through the quest that I was in the middle of because reasons. So anyway, we're going to pick up where we left off yesterday, which if you weren't here yesterday, we started the Archon quest in Sumeru, the brand new one. We saw Dottore yesterday. And yeah, many feelings were had. We saw Sino and Alhaitham fight each other and then proceed to like basically sass each other, which made me now want an entire quest that is nothing but Sino and Alhaitham sassing each other, because I feel like that would be a vital contribution to society and it should happen, so we'll actually see if it happens. I doubt it. Very much doubt it. But yeah, so let's turn on the sound and let's head to Sumeru and do the thing and pick up where we left off, because I went running around the desert too, just to check stuff out, just to see it, and I very much want to get into like over here. There's a whole hidden area over here that I want to see, and then get into all of this because I found a hole. There's a big hole right here because I was trying to open up a couple more of the teleport waypoints and stuff like that, just to have movement. But yeah, there's stuff out here I want to explore, so let's explore. And do the quest. That's important too, right? Doing the quest, that's important. Yes? No? Maybe? Okay. Let's clear that out so it doesn't bother me. Let's clear all the notices out. Let's do all the things. And yes, by the way, there is an issue with Sino, so they gave you 100 Prima Gems because there is an issue with Sino, which should be fixed. But claim my free stuff! So, okay, so we are supposed to talk to Candace up here. Okay, right. Oh lord, so many quests. No. Do not want!
Time to go.
I keep waiting for them to release the Sumeru EP too. Ooh.
Sino is super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back. Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, It was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive. Later,
Aw.
an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him. One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars, and accompanied Isak until he fell asleep. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. However, even so, Grandpa retained his calm expression. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleepwalking. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace, and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. It seems like they both deserve so much better.
I'm with Paimon.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives. It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
Lucid Grandpa probably was Nahina. She must have sued the other mad scholars as well. Look on Sono's face, he probably connected the dots as well.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
No, nothing. As long as Isak keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Sino.
It's fine, we're just gonna take a kid into the desert.
Isak?
It's fine.
Oh, it's you guys! We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa. Really? Wow! Thank you so much!
Your grandpa will be found safe and sound.
Yeah!
We hope.
Alright. Let's ask the local residents some questions first.
Oh! Yay! Before we keep going, I need to show everybody something because apparently this is a thing and I feel the need to warn everybody when you're out this way, be very, very wary of the giant robot, and I will show you why to be wary of the giant robot if I can find it. I think it's over here. Hold on. Hold. We have to find it. There's the ocean. So the giant robot should be like somewhere over here. Oop, nope. There it is. Okay. So. Giant robot, right? Now. I have no idea if the two connect. But
Follow the wind.
the one in the rainforest doesn't do anything. It just sits there. This one. Let's see if I. Yep, there we go. Does this. It shoots at you. And it hurts when it hits you, too. Oh, I scored a drop. Hold on, stop shooting at me. So, and it's a fairly aggressive shot, shot too. So just be mindful, be careful. There's also a gap here. There is a letter here. Ooh, let's see. Which I'm not going to read the letter because I think it ties to something else, but I did find that as well. Stop shooting at me. And from what I can tell, there is no way to get in the robot as of yet. I have not found it, but it's only day 2. So hey, look, dear traveler, congratulations! You have completed the missions on Twitch. Hey, 20,000 Mora. Woo! Twitch drops, they're real. All right. So I'm getting away from the giant thing that wants to shoot me because it wants to kill me. And it does have a range, like it does have a proximity. It will start shooting you from about where you get to the Statue of the Seven and continue at a fairly regular clip, as you'll see. And I'm back in its range. It will stop shooting you once you get out of its view or its range. So you just have to be aware of how far it is and what it's... See? It hurts a lot. Okay, 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 calm down. Calm your tit. Calm your tit. Calm your tit. It's fine. And that's what it looks like from a distance. Hopefully it's not going to hit me. Oh, it hit me. Okay, alright. Anyway, for science. Sorry, Kazuha. I am leaving you here to die, sir. I think that's the quest for the robot, but I'm going to leave that alone for right now because I don't want to deal with it, but just so everybody's aware. That robot hurts. It shoots at you. Obviously, like I said, once you get in the blind spots, you don't have to worry about it, and it has a fairly large blind spot right up on it, so that's how you keep it happy, but yeah. Distance, it's like, no, I will murder you in the face. And then it shoots at you. Alright. Also, I did remember to eat before stream, so no making a bagel in the middle of stream, I promise.
Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think. When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
Okay. Did you notice anything else?
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
Okay. Hi there.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right? He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it.
Did someone teach them how to do that? Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Okay, alright. Good information.
Time to go.
We don't have many bandages left. I should probably inform the village head the next time I see him. I'm the best doctor in Ari Village. That is to say, the only doctor in Ari Village. I thought I'd say that my greatest specialty is bandaging wounds. People who get injured out in the desert often wind up here in the village and rely on me to treat their wounds. Though Ari Village consists of mostly children and the elderly, most are in good health and rarely get afflicted. As for minor ailments, I just give out medicine based on previous experience, and everything usually turns out fine. What if it's a serious illness? Do you mean diseases as terrible as Elzar? I'm afraid that in such cases, even the researchers of Sumeru City might be of little help. The only thing they can do is leave it up to fate. Of course, such cases would be very extreme ones. If anything beyond my control crops up, then all I can do is attempt to have them sent to the city. Okay, good to know. That was not the person we were supposed to talk to, but that's very good information to have. So where is the person we're supposed to talk to? Hello? Ah!
Thank you.
Join the airlines and embrace a wonderful new life.
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
Oh.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while. The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them. And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora. Might explain why she's always mad at me.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for taking care of him.
It was nothing. You're looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Yeah.
That's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you.
Hey, can we come?
I've known you since you were very young. So as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come by anytime.
Aww.
Wow, what a nice guy. Okay, thank you, sir.
Huh?
What's wrong, Sino? Did something happen?
Don't say anything for now. Isak, stay here. Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move.
Uh-oh. Hey, the name of the event. Alright. Follow Sino. I can't stay silent as I move. I jingle. But I can go this way.
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty Scarlet King, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Yes, of course I have. The Scarlet King is the one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods. Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon. What's your proof?
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of the Scarlet King's civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and the Scarlet King.
Dude, that's not a good
Isn't
thing.
it a sign of the Scarlet King's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Oh, that's really not good.
Now that you say it, that does make some sense. Does this mean our lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
Exactly. Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh?
Who are you? Where did you come from?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Sino? Sino, calm down. Honey.
Yeah, bro, this guy's something
Bro!
else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match for this guy.
Dude, Candace said no fighting in the village.
Hey, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear and that the Scarlet King will return to this land. I'm not making this up. I swear.
Hey, go on. Keep talking.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for the Scarlet King's speedy return. Delavar also said that once the Scarlet King returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall. They're all willing to serve under the Scarlet King and fight for a share of the glory.
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more. Keep talking.
Got it. At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumors said. Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
The people here really like the Scarlet King, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
No, I think the academia is probably the true target of their hatred.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
I have many ways to stop you from talking, and many others to stop you from sending warning messages. So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody.
So I know we're guests here.
Don't
We
do
can't murder
anything
anybody.
until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Yes, got it. We'll do just as you say.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying.
Good thing I'm not one of your enemies. Yet.
He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets lots of people have told him that before.
All the more reason for you not to get on his bad side.
I heard that.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places.
Maybe we should check the scholars' homes. Maybe we'll find something there.
Very well.
Isak! I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me. Grandpa, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
Ooh, a cave.
Well, this is where Grandpa usually stays. There sure isn't much here.
What's that smell? Sino, did you catch the faint scent of incense?
No.
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as before.
It's definitely that one.
But are you okay? Are you getting dizzy or need to lie down?
No.
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day. And then he gave us a long lecture to explain all about how it worked.
So, you know Tainari?
Yup.
Huh? You know him too? Are you two friends?
Yes. Now that I concentrate, I can also make out the scent of incense.
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you too.
No. No need.
I can't handle this scent very well.
Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house?
No, it was in the forest where a scholar was meditating.
In the forest. From a scholar.
Let's keep looking for more clues. It'd be more efficient if we split up. Let's split up, gang!
Where did Grandpa go? Please come home, Grandpa.
Aww. I like how this little boy was like, I lost my real grandpa, so I'm just gonna like adopt this one. I think that's actually really sweet. Wait. There was an observer or something. Sino!
What are you looking for, Sino?
Here it is. Take a look right here.
Paimon doesn't see anything.
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints here.
How do you know that?
From the size and shape, they belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area. Local shoes. This was probably someone from the village. The scent is quite faint, but still extant. The footprints head in the direction of the door.
You mean someone else has been here?
But who would come looking for Grandpa? He doesn't have any friends.
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Lured him away, so that's what happened.
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a scent?
You get lured away by food all the time.
Hey! What's wrong with liking good food? Everyone's got something they love in life.
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, since the smell supposedly helps them clear their minds and discover new knowledge. Even deep within the clutches of madness, they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days, and will follow the scent whenever it presents itself.
No, Grandpa. So, someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Huh. Still,
Rude.
why would anyone want to abduct all the scholars?
Is it to resurrect King Deshret?
Are the rumors really true?
That's the only lead we have so far.
Could the disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
I want to go in the cave. Can we go in the
It's
cave?
highly likely.
Please, you have to save my grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong. Please help him. Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you worry, Isak. We won't let whoever took him get away with it.
Let's head to Aru Village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here. After that, we'll set off to find the scholars.
Hey. Okay. I want to get back here for a second. I just want to see where this goes. Oh, okay. So there's like nothing really in here. It just takes you out. It is just a cave, but there's a view here. Hey.
Time to go.
Actually, we can just teleport, can't we? It would just be easier to do that. Let's do that.
Right. The darker fabric definitely looks a lot better. That'd be my choice, too.
We're back, Candace! We've got a lot to tell you.
Ah, welcome back.
Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Oh, Dia's here too!
You bet. So, everything goes smoothly?
Reasonably.
Alhaitham didn't go with you?
Nope.
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you. I guess he must have gone off on his own.
Did you find out anything useful?
I'll hate them wandered off, everybody.
I see. So someone used a kind of incense to lead the exiled scholars away from the village.
The resurrection of the Scarlet King? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. No seller would be able to make a profit here. Not to mention, making incense is a labor-intensive process. You won't see anybody in the desert with the patience to make or sell something that requires that kind of effort. It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been supporting this.
Makes sense.
So what should we do then? Do we go back to the academia and search for leads there?
We're wanted.
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical step. But today, you've got me on your team, so you get an extra tip. Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so I know a thing or two about these radicals he mentioned.
If Paimon remembers correctly, the leader of the radicals is some guy called Delavar.
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Engur, the wide-eyed butcher, and Jabari, the duck-tailed bearded crook. The whole lot of them are known around these parts.
I feel like I've heard these names somewhere before.
These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in the Scarlet King. Way they see it, the Scarlet King's resurrection is their only chance at overthrowing the academia.
Didn't we beat one of them up with a Fatui?
Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess why they've chosen to become radicals.
Tia! You're amazing! You really know this place inside and out!
But Dia, Huh? Dia's winking at me. Maybe I should stay quiet for now?
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every mora I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable investment.
Let's head out.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Sino.
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out. The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here.
But he's from the desert.
Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. But that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' trust. I need to go around and ask some questions. But it'll be difficult if you're with me.
Fine.
Good. Then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the Mad Scholars have been taken. Sino, you'll have to stay in the village and continue investigating on your own.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
Sino, please don't take offense. I'm sure Dia just wants to help everyone solve their problem as quickly as possible. That's why she can be so straightforward at times.
I don't mind.
Ah, I see. Well, from the way you were staring out into the distance, I thought you might have been mulling over Dia's words.
No, I'm used to being treated that way. It's natural to fear strength. I take no objection to it.
I just don't even know what to do with that. Like, what do you even do with that? Like, he's just so him.
Well, here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel. How can a wall this tall even exist? It's almost unreal.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms? It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving.
That's wrong, dude.
Geniuses like Sataria are 1 in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate, even though the academia knows very well that we're humans, just as they are.
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
I mean, you probably could. You could just light it on fire. I understand how she feels, but I hope she doesn't do anything drastic here.
Hey, Dia. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all. Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
Yep, we gotta catch those.
Shh. Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for. Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know. Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean you don't see anyone you know?
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Zaki. Finally, a friendly face.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land?
Hello, nice to meet you.
Hello, hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Thanks, Dia.
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall. So, Dia, are you looking for someone?
Yeah. Have you seen Enger, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days. So, you came here to help him out?
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family. If there's
Y'all?
more to be made, why not do it together? Besides, Delavar and his friends have muscle. They'd be a good fit for escorting the goods.
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's my friend too, so of course I can take you to him. Come with me.
Oop. I scored another drop claim. Hold on. Must claim. Yay!
Are we there yet?
Yep, this is the place.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Ambushing us?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on, a wild stab in the dark. You're like lambs to the slaughter.
Oh no! It's an ambush!
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the Academia to look for the missing scholars.
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
Uh-oh. I knew leaving Sino behind was a mistake!
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't ya?
Nope.
Who do you think you are? You really thought we'd fall for your little business deal nonsense?
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger bonds than you think. But you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the Academia.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Enger. You're here too, huh?
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors are what us followers of the Scarlet King despise the most.
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand that the Scarlet King is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors. Anything else I'm missing out on?
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of street rats.
Can I smack him?
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Enough talking! Get him!
You're gonna regret that decision. A lot.
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Solidify!
As one with wind and cloud.
Bye!
Impossible! How could you?
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all. And of course you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action. Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
Ugh. You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
Duh.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic.
There you go, girl.
Okay, that should be all of them.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru Village?
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away, you let them report back.
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
So those names that you mentioned.
Oh, you mean the funny names she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher, scar-riddled bandit, Paimon can't remember them all.
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Edgar, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, are the nicknames they came up with for themselves. Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So Edgar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how the Scarlet King is a superior deity.
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down.
So who is the duck-tail bearded crook?
That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to.
Yeah.
You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa to some food.
Oh, shit.
Wait, so he's a radical too?
Damn it!
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random
Oh,
villager
okay,
name
good.
to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on my impressions.
Wow, what a genius idea! Well, that's an expert mercenary for ya.
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual playbook, if I'm honest.
So, that thing you were saying before, is it really true?
About what?
About how mercenaries only care about Mora, and that anyone's a friend as long as there's a profit.
Does that bother you?
I don't think you're that kind of person.
What makes you so sure?
Because even without an employer, you're still helping us out.
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people unless they were truly compassionate. I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in the Scarlet King, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy. It's all the Academia's trickery.
Yup.
But I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything wrong.
Dia.
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand. Let's tie him up and bring him to the village.
Ooh, kinky.
This should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then, please stand by.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aru village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler.
Sounds good.
As for these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day.
Okay.
Candace is an expert at dealing with people like this. All we have to do is wait for her word.
There's nuts. Hold on. I have to go get nuts.
I hope I can be as cool as Candace one day.
Join the Eremites and embrace a wonderful new life.
Just looking around like they told me. Just, you know. Just hanging out.
Hoping to buy some handmade goods.
I keep seeing the bird and I keep thinking it's something I have to collect. I think
Time
there's
to
just
go.
this blue thing floating and I occasionally see it out of the corner of my eye. Alright, what do we get this time with our drops? Let's see. Ooh! Alright, Sanctifying Unction. That's a good thing to get. Oh wait, right, time. So, 6 a.m. Nope. We'll do 6:21 because 6 a.m. is brutally early. Oh wait.
Hey, Dia!
Right on time.
Did we learn anything from the criminals?
We'll know any moment now.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends for a long time?
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against others.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Yeah, you're awesome.
Really? Thanks for that.
Oh, Sino's here, and he's pretty early too.
Where did he come from?
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
Oh,
To
Jesus.
help out? By doing what?
I don't want to know what he did.
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh, no.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Oh,
Right.
no. Oh, God. What did he do?
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Just doesn't teleport me in. That's rude.
Candace, whoa, you look furious.
Do I? Huh. What gave it away?
Oh, Mom's
Oh,
pissed.
there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure.
You're good.
Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yes, ma'am.
Please, don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
She mastered it really quickly, too. Now she's just as terrifying as he is.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here, to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Banish them to the middle of the desert.
Please, have mercy!
You've made your bed.
We may both be desert dwellers, but there is one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of the Scarlet King will only result in war. And war serves no one. The people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have. And that is not a responsibility that you can afford to shoulder.
We understand. We're sorry. I'll tell you everything I know. Please, just let us go.
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea.
No.
Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about the Scarlet King's resurrection. Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in the Scarlet King's resurrection. They give their lives, and we can get anything we wish for.
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread word about the Scarlet King's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process.
Where are the Village Keepers now?
I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Jesus!
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
2.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there. You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
Sino out. Do you have any idea who the mysterious person might be?
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way.
Kids game, by the way.
That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself the Scarlet King's envoy.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu? What do you mean?
Sino?
Smooth.
Sino. That was
okay,
like,
speak.
that was
If
unnecessary.
my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the academia. Some time ago, people from the Academia attempted to take the village keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community.
Oh god, please don't let it be
It
Al-Haytham.
strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
God, please don't let it be
Which
Al-Haytham.
means it's highly likely that the Academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back? We aren't gonna let that happen.
Not the Academia again.
In Sumeru City, Sataria also mentioned King Deshret's resurrection is just the Academia's misinformation campaign.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village keepers?
To study them? To experiment on them?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the Academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars.
Yeah, they're gonna experiment on them. And I know who's gonna do it.
Regardless, our top priority now is locating the village keepers.
You're right. Isak is still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Should we find out Haytham?
Yes. Pack up and get ready to leave.
There's
You got
another...
it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave everything outside the village to us.
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
There's someone else. There's a fifth. We showed up with one more. Is he here? I don't see him. Oh no. Oh, we have to go to the Elazar hospital. Oh
You look
no.
worried. Thinking about the village keepers?
Yes. I'd look for them myself if I could. As members of our village, each one of them is very important to me.
You have a strong sense of belonging here. I guess I'm the opposite. Mercs are stray dogs, wherever they go.
We need to work on Dia's
Dia,
self-esteem.
Don't say that. You can be a part of this community too.
Thanks. I'll let you know when I feel like joining.
What scheme is the Academia brewing now?
I just hope everyone's all right.
Hey. You good? Sir? Okay. Alright. So... away we go. I need to drop Sino in the teapot. I need to do it. For science. Oh, hey, look! There's Al-Haytham.
Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Whoa! Where did you come from?
He's sneaky.
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages, and now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway?
Sir? Al-Haytham?
Hey, what's with the silence?
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Don't be mean to her.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname!
Go ahead, I won't stop you.
Never mind. Paimon's got nothing. There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so hard.
Green dude?
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate. Anyway, you plan to leave Aru village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere.
Okay, so since we're having the gratuitous boob shot right now, I would like to point out that this motif, I know that, like, especially this motif right here, is not necessarily anything, like, special, but if you go look at the pyramids out in the desert, one of these has this on the side. I'd also like to point out that his color scheme, particularly his eyes, match the desert. Now, that could just be because they were reusing colors, because that tends to happen when in updates where they'll use a specific color scheme for the entire update and everything kind of coordinates. But it's kind of interesting that his whole look and build sort of is a mix of the desert and the rainforest and matches it and complements it, the whole thing. Basically, what I'm saying is, I don't think he's who he says he is. I think there's a lot more going on there.
Enough with the silent treatment!
Maybe he's giving us time to think.
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
God, they hate each other so much. It's wonderful. I got bad news for you, dude. You're gonna have to team up with him too. That's a great shot of him, by the way.
All Hatham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village. Bold of you to question our choices.
I mean, Sino's been out here murdering bitches. What have you been doing? Seriously.
Yeah, you're all talk.
Oh no. I'm just gonna back up. I'm just gonna back up.
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
Oh, would you like to explain?
Paimon doesn't believe you.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts.
Okay, then we'll just leave you here.
Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Really? Prove it.
Huh?
Sino's not amused. He's so not
Correct.
amused.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
You mean some of them lied to us?
I mean, that's a given.
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons. Remember what Gandis said? Most people in Aru Village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether the Scarlet King or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village.
So you're saying that we can find new info for someone we've already spoken to?
Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived. The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are Scarlet King fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the radicals' next target.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru Village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Then why would she lie?
To protect herself.
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
We're on it!
But they'll both be listening, because apparently everybody is just spying on everybody else. Wait, they're not standing there, are
Time
they?
to go.
Okay, no. Ma'am.
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends think the same as you?
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on. Earn her trust.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you Traveler?
Sure thing. Hi, Miss Shawnee.
Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of the Scarlet King can truly change Sumeru for the better?
No.
Why's that?
Because it will only result in conflict.
That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
I can't promise anything, but I'll do the best I can.
Yeah! We came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation. But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in. We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
We sent the hot one.
Told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in the Scarlet King. I don't belong to either side, and neither side would want me.
Speaking of which, the radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace. And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone. Until now.
You can tell them. I'm sure she'll keep your secret.
Yep, we're good at that.
Alright. I'll tell you what I told Alhaitham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
There are ghosts?
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance, and always carries very raw emotion. It used to be louder and more frequent, but ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often, and when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night. But, because we're in the middle of a desert, He would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
Could you make out where the sounds were coming from?
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
Oh no.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
We need to check out that hospital.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh no. Okay, here we go. Go to the Elazar hospital. Oh geez, okay.
I follow the wind.
Let's go make friends.
Sounds good to me.
Boba, get them.
Oh, right, wrong person.
Wind strider.
Wait, where'd you come from?
Incoming. Hey!
Actually, wait.
Oh, is this the place? Oh, it's in terrible shape, and there's sand everywhere.
Empty and forgotten. An ideal place to hide people.
Where do you think you're?
I get getting a dialogue for investigate.
Monsters, watch out!
Howdy, y'all.
Stabilize.
You're toast!
Clouds high. The birds call.
Oh, hey, bud.
Cut to the chase.
Wind strider. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
At the frying pan. Incoming. With sword comes shadow. They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected.
What were you expecting?
Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? Or, you know, something like that.
We're not at the boss fight yet.
He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one.
Oh, okay, so he can use his vision, so it's not fake. Good to know.
Let's go in and take a look.
But why was it closed?
Hey, Ohitham, we haven't found Squat. Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then, I'm taking a break.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought
Okay, sure.
Huh? The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion in contrast with an object in forced motion? Huh? When free from external influences, every entity displays the tendency to follow its natural trajectory?
He's gonna throw something.
So, you got that?
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya. How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this.
You know, it wouldn't kill you to read a book once in a while either.
Hey, Paimon's your Tibet travel guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already. And anyway, it's not Paimon's fault that the books people read in Sumeru are so complicated.
Okay, okay. Paimon's the best. Oh hey, time jump, score.
Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
There's a trap door.
Hmm? It's from below.
But there's no way we can get down there.
Something is off about the interior here.
This isn't creepy.
As I thought, there's a hidden structure.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one. Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms around here. Let's keep exploring.
Am I actually gonna get to drive? Oh hey, I get to drive. Awesome. It took me back upstairs for some reason. So this is probably the place where Kale was brought to have her Elazar treated, just so everyone is aware. Oh hey, Dendrocalis. I need... Speaking of Kale, let's get her out.
I'll ensure your safety.
Thought I saw another one like back. Yeah, back here. You made me put my fire away.
Gather.
Don't blink. Cut to the chase.
I really need to get him a better sword. Actually, let me just do this while I'm thinking about it, since we're switching the party around. As much as I love using Kazuha, as fun as he is, let me get Ayato back in here.
What's that? Join you for a walk? Why not?
Okay. So 1, 2, there's the pingy points, which means the third one's, yes, up there. Oh god, not these. Like, that's not even fair. Go to the lower level of the hospital. You know what? We're just gonna do this real quick. I don't like those being there. So we're just going to get rid of them. There's a bed here. Okay, we need a key. There's something really wrong about bringing Kale down here, but at the same time. Emergency note. Patient Abbas, male, 23 years old. Wait, no. Survival will be difficult without professional medical care. The patient's survivability, once found, immediately inform. Don't give up. Stay positive. All beings under the watchful eye of the divine, so don't ever give up. Rest of the document has been rendered unreadable by weathering. Wait, what was the first part of that? Mole on the left side of forehead and left-handed while his condition remains very serious. Okay. So we've already seen all this. All right. So what do we got here? This week's meals. Keep a balanced diet, rest regularly, and maintain a good mood. Monday, minty bean soup. Tashin lunch, curry shrimp, penapuri dinner. Tuesday, salad, biryani lunch, fish with cream sauce, potato boat dinner. Ooh, what's a potato boat? Wednesday, shakshuka, bean cake. Remaining sections are blank. Okay, interesting. That's the same emergency notice. Okay, alright, so... This week's shift. In case of emergency, contact the physician on duty immediately. Monday, Ibrahim. Tuesday. Wait, why was Tuesday blocked out? Wednesday, Amodi. The remaining sections are blank. The second shift was blocked out, or... Could they be referring to a certain harbinger? There seems to be the darkened remains of a stem inside the vase. It was probably used to hold flowers. The words for Avon are on the bottom of the bottle. It seems to have been a gift for someone named Avon.
Look! There's someone over there!
We need to be careful.
Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
Wait. You're...
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather. Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
Who is he?
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life.
So how did he become like this?
Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with people?
That is one possibility.
That's dark.
It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. In their haste, they failed to notice Razak hiding in a corner. The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
The knowledge capsule? But Al-Haytham has the knowledge capsule. The Ermite guy who went mad.
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
So there's more than one?
Correct. The Academia is behind all of this. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, the Academia spread a false rumor of the Scarlet King's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aru village. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the Academia. As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the Academia. All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto the Scarlet King's followers.
So they can blame them.
Life for the Desert Dwellers has been brutal ever since the Scarlet King's death all those years ago. Beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises. Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of the Scarlet King and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Sumeru will make sure of that. The notion of an Academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the Academia that brought the scholars to Aru village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholars' identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons.
I see.
An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question. If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
Resource? For what exactly?
Murder.
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Oh.
Extracted? You mean canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
Yeah, where'd you think
With
it came from?
the technology of the Sumeru Academia, it's entirely possible.
That's terrifying.
Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night when no one is watching them.
So, the human brain... Nope, nah, Hyman doesn't want to think about this.
How did you learn of this technology?
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind. But something went wrong in the process. Or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Hyman's a little confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
Yeah. No, that can't be right. Most of the mad scholars had made contact with the divine consciousness in the forest. That's what the Academia is after. It's also safe to assume that this knowledge has something to do with the Fatui, the Doctor, and also the Balladeer. They're using divine knowledge capsules to turn the Balladeer into a god.
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer.
The Academia needs people who have been exposed to the divine consciousness.
That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to. However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from divine knowledge? The academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge, but what is their ultimate goal? I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to no avail. It seems like my way of thinking is too different from theirs.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the academia may as well shut its doors.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
I mean, yeah.
Of course. The academia's actions run contrary to their rules. Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
I mean, I can't help but respect the honesty. It's not right, but I can't help but respect the honesty. Your motives are more specific and personal. Like, I don't know, he's going for somebody?
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want. The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Though he rejects the notion of greater moral responsibility, he justifies his actions because they are true to his personal motivations. Someone like him might actually make for a better ally.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the academia, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
Wow.
You're probably right. Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out.
He's smiling.
Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that.
So what do we do with him?
He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us.
How? Carry him?
We'll work out our next step after we return to Aru Village.
Ooh, a ferret! Ah, the key. We found it. So I want to explore the rest of this place. I want to see it. Or is that it? No. Dusty tableware. There is a name inscribed on this bowl. Hakim. Blackened sugar bowl. If there weren't cooked carvings of Arbaz, Abbas, and sugar jar on them, it would be difficult to imagine this dirty clay jar was ever used to store sugar. There is a name inscribed on this bowl. Avon. There's more drag marks. Okay, so we need to go back up. Because we need to open this. Paimon wonders what sort of treasure we'll find in here. The shelves are full of thin books. You browse through them and find that they seem to be hospital documents such as medical records or financial statements. You shut the door in disappointment. Paimon thought there would be some sort of special treasure inside. Even the wooden barrels and crates we find on our adventures are better than this. At least those had some salvage or foul inside. What's this? It looks like it fell out from over here. Let Paimon see. Maybe it'll lead us to treasure. Medical records. Oh god. Patient name. Abbas. Gender male. Occupation farmer. Basic status at admission. Scabby skin at the limb extremities. Multiple ulcers on the back, chest, and other bodily surfaces. Weakness of limbs and poor mobility observed. Mental faculties are coherent, though there are clear signs of fatigue, poor sleep quality, and poor appetite. Doctor in charge, a Moody. Week 1 of hospitalization. New scabs at limb extremities and enlarged ulcers. The left arm seems unusable and is in pain. Mental faculties are coherent, and though there are clear signs of fatigue, poor sleep quality, and poor appetite. Doctor in charge, a Modi. There's the redacted. There it is. Week 3. The scabs are scale-like and have spread across the surface of the body. There is necrosis in multiple ulcers. The patient has fallen into a coma. The necrosis of the ulcers has been effectively kept under control. No new scabs have appeared on the surface of the body. The patient is in a comatose state. Again, I think we know who this is. The wound from the replacement treatment has not healed, even after a long time. No new scabs have appeared on the surface of the body. There is weakness in the limbs, and the patient cannot grasp items on their own. The patient is also experiencing a fever and vomiting. Mental faculties are coherent, though fatigued. Poor sleep, and unable to eat. Week 21. We have started to manage to keep the scabs on the body surface under control, and the new limb's function has been restored. Wait, new limb? Wait. The wound from the replacement treatment has not healed. They amputated this dude's arm or this dude's limb and put a new one on? Okay. Anyway, the new limb's function has been restored, and the patient is experiencing chronic coughing and is prone to fainting. Mental faculties are coherent and in a good state. Sleep quality and appetite are decent. The fuck? Elves are so scary. What does the other document say? Treatment of Abbas. Doctor in charge. Status after 20 weeks of treatment. Specimen 5's new skin and new left arm have recovered well. No changes in appetite or sleep. Mental state fluctuates beyond the normal range. There have been multiple attempts to leave the care area. God's voice guides me is cited as motivation, and the specimen is believed to have delusional tendencies. Additionally, the God's voice described in the confession is probably related to the resonant quake phenomenon present in the internal topographic structure of the dunes. This should be investigated to rule out ungovernable input interference. Increased supervision. Treatment protocol. Oh my god, what is going on here? How do I unredact this? I know there's a way. Treatment protocol. The second phase of the blank trial is beginning to see results. Next phase blank. Objective. Specimen 5's organs blank. Following extensive examination, sample 3 is the best material for the third phase of the blank trial. Before the implementation of the blankety blank is required. Continuous vomiting and skin blank is a normal occurrence. Blank must be prepared beforehand for specimen 5 to maintain the circulation of blank. After the completion of the basic blank operation, observe the subject for 1 week. If normal physiological activity is observed in the organs, the rate of deterioration of surface scabs is reduced and limb function is restored, the next phase of blank trial can commence. Physician's note. All specimens have one thing in common. Body elemental quantities were at abnormally high levels and were positively correlated with the severity of the disease. After the blank experiment, body elemental qualities were reduced, and samples self-reported a reduction in symptoms. It is reasonable to hypothesize that there is a causal relationship between elemental qualities and LSR. More controlled trials should be conducted to exclude redundant variables. Note, the enrichment process of elemental qualities in humans may be dynamically sustained. After the completion of early blank experiments, within a short period of time, specimen 1's physical indicators trended to the norm. In later stages, due to blank not being complete, the quantity of elements in the sample bodies rebounded and symptoms increased, leading to specimen 1, blank, dying, or something that led to death because basically could not be recycled for materials, which is a horrific thing to say. Information obtained. Preparations must be made for long-term trials. Blank cannot be stopped before the specimen's symptoms have stabilized. Due to the nature of the trial, there must be a method to stabilize the sample's moods. Removal of blank may be attempted. Following the new method, the material rejection rate has been significantly reduced. Specimens 2 and 3 develop mental instability due to associative connections to fundamental inner qualities of blank and tended to attribute the disease to unverifiable divine punishment. Consequently, considering it blasphemy, to accept blank as treatment, it is a very interesting thought. Exploring neurostimulation and the resulting cognitive shifts could be a future research topic. Due to the above uncontrollable variables, they halted at stage 2. A shame. However, the materials provided by these 2 samples were the best quality materials so far. It is reasonable to believe that the perfect performance of specimen 5 is related to the material quality provided by these 2 samples. Ultimately, once the 3-stage experiment was completed, specimen 5's symptoms could disappear completely, proving that it is possible to use blank to control the elemental content of a person's body without relying on elemental power. There is potential for weaponization. That's dangerous. Discussions of research on blank have been increased in the future. Humans have unlimited potential. It may be foolish for me as a researcher to write this, but with enough input, I might be able to research the level of a god, or so people might call it. This is Dottore, everybody. This is something that he did. I just making everybody away. That's who writing this. It's Dottore. Yeah. How could you not understand that? Anyway. So, as I said, he's done some really fucked up shit. This is just like scratching the surface of what he's done. So I'm going to explain this whole setup here in a second. Ignorance might be bliss here, to be honest. You understand it? Paimon only got the bit that goes God's voice guides me. Does that mean there will be unique voices guiding us here? It could be the underground water flow or creature activity. Yeah, who knows? There might be some underground ruins. Let's listen for any sounds to take a closer look at when we hear something. So, I got another drop while this was all going on, by the way. Yay, drops! Woo! Hey, alright. Take some of that. So anyway, just to kind of explain what this whole setup is real quick. So, this is the public visible area of the hospital that basically if people came to the hospital to visit or get an idea of what it looked like, this is what this was. Down here, this is where the experimentation was going on. So basically where Dottore is like experimenting on people and cutting off limbs and replacing skin and all this other stuff. Yeah, that's where this was happening. This was also probably originally where they were keeping the more severe patients or the more sick patients. But yeah, this was probably Dottore's lab down here. I would almost wager it was. It makes complete sense.
Yep.
So anyway, what I want to explore real quick. I'm sure there's more. I just want to see if there's... Because we can always come back here. Because I want to go over here. Okay, so that is breakable. I'm going to wait on doing that just until we go to the village chief's house, and then I'll come back and break it because I have a funny feeling there's some creepy stuff down there. Oh wait, what did I do? It'll take me where I need to go. It's fine.
We're back!
Wait, he's fine now?
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
You explain everything.
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar Hospital served as the Academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Yep, pretty much.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why is that?
They didn't want to get caught, dude.
Yeah, why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the Academia.
Huh?
Not it.
Are our friendships that shallow?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue.
Care to share your thoughts?
Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Oh god, here we go.
Choose your next words very carefully.
Oh, come on.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So what you're saying is... Sino's the mole. Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Alhaitham, since you were always acting alone.
I know. You have a point, but I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the Academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you? If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The Academia is monitoring me?
It's not that simple. The Academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day. On this day, the Academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing a thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
Oh shit.
You're saying that the Academia entered my information into the Akasha too?
Yep.
But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
The Akasha is capable of computation.
They're figuring
The
out how to beat
Akasha's
him.
algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
It predicted my every move.
The Academia has been watching you longer than you think.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the Academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
He's having a crisis right now. Just let him go.
They escaped because of me.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
Well, I mean, Alhaitham knew what was up. By the way, this is like this is just terrifying. Like, this whole Sumeru setup is just terrifying.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity for safety after danger passes.
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it now. If the Academia is trying to avoid Sino, then the safest place would be...
One step behind him.
Yep, that's right.
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going.
You're getting smarter, Paimon. So that would
Let's
be...
go.
Cabot, that would be
There's
like...
also something I want to investigate.
Oh?
Let's go, guys! After him!
Wait.
Please, wait! I want to go too!
No, this is entirely too dangerous.
You want to go too? If so, you have to promise you'll stay safe.
I want to find Grandpa. I promise I'll be careful and not cause any trouble.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Oh god. Alright.
Yay! Let's go! Remember to pack some food with you. Paimon feels like we're missing someone, though.
I'll be awaiting your good news.
You got anything on Kalampu?
Please, stay safe, everyone.
Gotta make him feel included since this is his house. You know, we gotta be inclusive here because he's letting us use his house as like a meeting place. Okay, so where are we going? What are we doing? Oh my god, we're going all the way there? Why? Wait, where are we going? No, that can't be right. No, that's the other thing. We're going here. Okay. I was going to say, that seems a little far. I mean, it definitely would be a safe place to go. Like, nobody would suspect Academia Pokemon stats. Where's Dia? Sino, do you remember the route you took?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
I know the desert like the back of my hand. Is that because you play here a lot? Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert. But I was the one who brought him back.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand. Looks like we'll need to roll up our sleeves and do some work.
You're not wearing sleeves.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work.
This isn't the time for complaining, Paimon.
Okay. So, we have to dig it out? Whatever's down there looks like it's buried really deep.
With some effort, we managed to retrieve the things.
These are likely fragments of an academia-developed device, something akin to a headset. Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way because there are device fragments scattered around here. Let's split up and search the area. Chances are that we'll find other things nearby.
Is this what we're searching for? It looks kind of scary.
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge.
How did it end up buried in the sand? That can't have been part of the plan. They must have been attacked along the way.
Wait, what? Grandpa, I hope you're okay. Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Razak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. Given that the device had been entirely covered by sand, I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
I agree.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
But running on sand is so tiring. But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Thanks, Isaac.
Of course it is!
Sino, can you run in a straight line?
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Dia? Why would you... Dia! Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? Why are you on their side?
Oh shit.
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru village?
So, this is the great General Mahamatra. Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew. Seen for yourself, I have the means and methods, and my ideals are far more admirable than theirs.
Please don't piss him off. He will kill you.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
Oh!
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing could deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting the Scarlet King. Once our Lord of Old returns to this land, we will have a new beginning.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of the Scarlet King. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort, my soul will always carry this conviction.
It's not too late yet. The village mad scholars aren't gonna bring the Scarlet King back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a million, we must be willing to give everything we have.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up disbanding the Eremites? Your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun and the moon no longer shine here. All you see now is cracks in this desiccated land. But fate has finally dealt me a hand to play against the academia.
But it's the academia who's helping
in our
you.
custody will stomp the academia's forces and fight our way beyond the wall of Samiel.
Ridiculous. Think about it. The academia controls the entirety of Sumeru. Your powers are negligible in comparison. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these 2 men. They're also against the academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
Well,
they look more like pawns of the academia to me. Why would I listen to anything the people of Greater Lord Rukkhadevada have to say? Filthy traitors. Your god abandoned all honor and betrayed the Scarlet King. We desert dwellers will never trust the likes of you.
It's impossible to communicate with someone so hostile.
oh, here we go.
Perhaps we should.
Sino? Sino.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the academia?
Al-Haytham?
These people have no value as bargaining chips. But I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage.
Al-Haytham?
These scholars were exiled from the academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
Al-Haytham?
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to trade places with the hostages, do you?
Sir?
Precisely. Any wise person would gladly accept my offer.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars, perhaps even find out the truth.
Think you can talk me over with that confident look of yours?
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means of joining forces against the academia.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the academia?
Not all desert dwellers believe in the Scarlet King, and the same applies to the academia. Why must all knowledge seekers approve of the academia's way of doing things?
You academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just like everyone else on the other side of that wall. I've made myself clear enough. I won't listen to another word from the Dendro Archon's people.
Not so fast. Al-Haytham, do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty promises.
You know you're making a dangerous decision, right?
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word, but what about me? Do you trust me?
We've known each other for years. Of course I do.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm.
Oh.
Come on, Raman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the academia, you need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest. But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. And mercs don't tend to live long unless they have their wits about them.
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd bring back the village keepers together.
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying to negotiate! He just wants to make things more difficult!
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Ramon, I'm holding up my end of the deal here. You'd better not let me down.
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it!
Dia! The face.
Stop!
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces? You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert at noon tomorrow.
That just got aggressive fast. Okay.
I was really counting on him not going through with it.
Dia! That was crazy! Have you all lost your minds? What if he'd actually cut your arm off?
It would have been awkward.
Then I'd just have to hold my claymore with my left arm.
Please don't ever do that again. I'll be worried about you.
Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out on a limb, you gotta double down to seal the deal, you know?
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them. If it came down to it, you would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. There's a lot more where they came from. Even if we got rid of one bunch of radicals, there are others out there. Wiping them out would do more harm than good.
As you wish.
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened. I should have trusted you.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar material.
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be successful in research.
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself?
Because he is. That's just how he is.
Okay, let's get moving. We should head back to the village and rest up. Today was just a trial run. Noon tomorrow is gonna be the hard part.
We're actually gonna hand over Al-Haytham? We're just gonna do that? We're just gonna hand them the scribe? That's it? Okay, wait. Before we go further, because I want to move further, hold on. I need to run to the restroom real quick. So, I will be right back. So enjoy the sounds of the game.
I'm feeling all right today. I'll take the chance to try to get some more done than usual. to today's Forest Patrol route map, we need to head here first, then make our way over to there? There's a lot of writing.
I suppose wisdom.
Of course not. It's all a bunch of nonsense.
Is the Scarlet King really gonna come back from the dead?
Of course not. It's all a bunch of nonsense.
I suppose wisdom is also a form of sin.
When I don't have much to keep me occupied, old thought patterns start to creep back in, and as soon as I start talking about it, the flashbacks start.
Okay, I'm back. Alright. We're really gonna do this. We're really gonna hand over Al Haytham, huh? Let's see, is it today or is it tomorrow? Oh, I guess we're just going there. Okay. That'll make sure.
You're all here so early.
Looks like we have everyone here. Isak, are you sure you want to come with us?
I'll watch from a safe distance. Dia, I want to be there to bring Grandpa home.
Okay, let's go then.
Assuming he's okay.
Dia, wait.
What's the matter?
I heard that you were quite reckless yesterday. No more of that today, understood? Or I'll be very upset with you.
Fine.
Don't be stupid! Okay, Oh, we are going all the way out here. Okay, alright, well I'm very happy I unlocked that. That's a pog. We are not going to kill the Fatui in the desert. We are not going to kill the Fatui in the desert. We are not going to kill the Fatui in the desert. We're not going to do it. Nope, 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 nope. Not going to do it. Oh wait, can I hit one? Let me show you what these do. Oh, it didn't give you anything. Sometimes it'll give you, like, stuff. See? Wait, where are the other scholars? Why is there only the one? I was under the impression this would be a multi-situation?
Huh. They got here before us.
Uh-oh. Is it because Paimon overslept by 5 minutes and held everyone up?
You didn't have to admit that.
Is everything ready?
Absolutely. Although, you brought fewer people than I imagined.
Bring him over.
Grandpa! Why is there only one of them?
Rahman, I've always thought of you as a man of his word. What's this about?
It's a one-for-one exchange. Sounds fair, don't you think? And let me put it this way. Agreeing to any kind of deal with the Dendro Archon's people is already a huge compromise on my part. Don't you think you've asked enough?
You stay right there!
Oh, D's gonna kick his ass. Go, Dia!
What do you think you're doing? Don't you see this blade here?
You coward! Why are your hands shaking?
Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
Paimon's dizzy.
Oomph. Is everyone okay?
This day's going just great.
What a nuisance.
The sand dune collapsed. I saw an energy field. The village keeper protected us. It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said, it may well have been the remains of Lesser Lord Kusanali's power inside the scholar's body.
No doubt. You finally believe me.
The Dendro Archon. The present one.
Grandpa? Grandpa? Oh no. He's getting confused again.
Hey, look around you.
There used to be a temple here?
Well, right under the pyramid.
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, it exposed these underground structures. The symbols on the gate belong to the Scarlet King's civilization. This structure must be ancient. Over time, the sandstorms completely buried it and left it in the state we see now. It could have been an underground palace in the distant past.
Oh, a miracle. Praise the Scarlet King!
Can I just smack you?
What's he doing here? And his men too?
They fell down the hole with us.
They must have fallen down here with us. Pretty lucky if you ask me. Most of them seem in really bad shape. Except for him. He got off lightly.
Mind your head.
No, this isn't the time for conflict. Our exalted lord has shown us the way to his sacred palace.
He's not actually gonna go in there, is he?
As it happens, I want to take a look inside too.
What are you doing?
Don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord Kusanali's power protects us from harm, and the next, remnants of the Scarlet King's civilization appear. 2 major deities are vying to showcase their power to us. It would be a shame not to witness them both.
Paimon thought you weren't interested in gods.
Indeed. In my view, gods are just a higher form of living being. Or creature, you could say. New discoveries are always worth investigating. Whether they have anything to do with gods is neither here nor there.
Raman, what are you gonna do about your men?
I'll just let them lay here. The Scarlet King will take care of his people. Right now, I'm going inside.
Okay, so how do we get the door open? First of all, let's check on these two. Oh, hi, Collie.
Grandpa? Grandpa? Oh no. He's getting confused again.
It's okay, bud. Hang in there. Okay. Oh, it's a domain. Okay, alright. So... Pyro, let's grab Zhongling.
I'll bring my seasonings.
And Cryo. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Ooh, pretty.
It's full of life here. This defies comprehension. It looked completely desolate from the outside. Yet, it flows with energy inside.
Yeah, and there's so many plants. It's so pretty.
Sir Rahman.
Huh? Me?
Do you see another Rahman here?
Are you mocking me? What do you mean, sir?
Interpret it however you want, but there's something I'd like to draw your attention to. While this structure is clearly left over from the Scarlet King civilization, the energy that flows in here is that of the Dendro Archon.
Whatever you say. It's not like I have a vision.
There's nothing to be angry about. Think of this as an academic journey.
It does seem kind of strange. If that's true, then we might have to explore this whole area to find an explanation.
Okay, let's get exploring then. This is beautiful. When they say explore, they mean we're going to explore. Aha. Oh. Okay. Alright, so... rotate. Okay, so we have Scholar. Okay, so they face the central figure. No. They face this way. Oh. Okay, we found an elevator. Go us. At least I think it's an elevator. Does it go down? Yes. Oh.
Cascade.
Speed of light.
Oops, sorry, we messed up the landscaping, my bad. Wait, what is down here? Can I climb on this? Oh shit. I don't think I was supposed to fall down here. Oh good, I can get out.
nice and spicy.
Be still.
Incoming. Huh? Nowhere to hide.
No judgment? No judgment. We're not gonna get judged. Okay. Alright. I wonder if I can get up there. I don't think I can. I don't think I'm supposed to. I mean, I could try to climb it with Zhongli, but I don't think it's really worth it to try. Okay, so this is another area with moonlight. We can bask in the moonlight. So what's over here? Anything? No, we cannot get in there. Okay, it's just wreckage. Okay. Oh. Ah, yes. Okay, we're getting close to the moonlight. Always gotta get that good cabbage, y'all. Okay, we found another elevator.
Don't blink.
Okay. This is really cool. Get that. Oh, it's taking us back up. Okay. Wait. Oh. Okay.
Stabilize.
Speed of light. Hey!
Okay, we're going back down. Ooh. I didn't see that before. That's cool. Oh, there's a griffin in the game. Now there's 2 griffins in the game. Okay, so this is the way we came from. I don't think... I'm not sure if this is the way we need to go or not. Nothing's opening. There's a chest here. So wait, how far up does this go? hypothesis. I want to see if it's true. I'm not trying to look up her dress. I'm trying to look up the elevator shaft. Ooh, neat. Okay. So if I do this, that'll send the elevator back down. Because that's the next part, so whatever that is, I haven't done it yet. A mysterious message. After 6 days infiltrating the temple, I finally understand the priest parlor tricks. The elevator will descend to the ground, get on top of it before it starts ascending again, and to reach the dome. Nonsense like forbidden ground ahead, mortals shall not pass, or whatever are just made up by the priest to hoodwink us. I leave this method here in the hopes that the people of King Deshret who shall travel here in the future shall freely enjoy the privilege of witnessing his sacred presence. Like, I was kind of figuring that's what you had to do, because it's like it only goes up one way. And it's like, okay, alright. That's a very cool room. There's another griffin. They outdid themselves on this, man. This is pretty spectacular.
Cut to the chase. Don't blink. Booba, get them.
Solidify.
Speed of light. Hey.
Okay, alright. Turn off. Start up. Turn off.
Yeah.
So are they moving? Okay, so turn off. Oh, we got it. Cool. Well, that was easy. There's nothing else here? These don't open? That opens. Nothing else in this room opens. This somehow opens. But I don't want to go all the way down. Do we have to go back down? Wait. We're going further this time?
Oh, now that's a sight to see. The Scarlet King's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
There are a lot of plants for a desert.
That's what I call divine providence of the Scarlet King.
I feel like I'm on a Disney ride right now.
Venturing, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there.
Oh no. Oh no. I don't like this. Where are we going? Oh. Oh. Okay, we don't have elemental sight. We can't fight, so we're not going to get jumped. I can't jump. I'm gonna have to drive.
It's getting brighter. Oh, it
gorgeous. But this isn't Irminsul, right? Or is it? What is this?
Wait.
Oh, he's not on a plate.
What's
Sorry.
that?
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something among them.
It looks like a tomb.
These are Scarlet King runes.
They left something behind. Yes. It's an elegy written in an ancient script.
What does it say?
Here lies our faithful priest Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration.
You can read ancient Scarlet King script?
Of course. Every student needs to master at least 20 languages before they graduate.
Holy shit!
He's not serious, right?
No, he's serious.
There's still something off about this place. The elemental energy here is too concentrated. The scent of life. Is it trying to tell us something?
Is this it?
Analyzing.
There seems to be a hidden message among these skeletal remains. Excellent. There's a device from the Scarlet King's civilization in this gravesite. I'll transmit the information over and project it for everyone to see.
Isn't sharing knowledge against the Academia's rules?
Yes. However, under the circumstances, I'd prefer you to see this for yourself. You'll understand after watching it.
I swear to God, if they mummy this.
Civilization is born of knowledge.
Ooh.
But so too can knowledge be its demise. A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. The Scarlet King brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for Greater Lord Rukkhadevata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible.
Oh, she's so pretty!
She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping the Scarlet King to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child.
Oh.
How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
Dude.
What was that?
Kusanali's
The
Rukkhadevata.
priest's memories.
No, impossible.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So the former Dendro Archon and the Scarlet King were never enemies at all.
But this doesn't make any sense. The Dendro Archon's followers, they're clearly...
Was that the former Dendro Archon? She became so tiny in the end.
Yeah, and she's currently in Sumeru City, I think. Greater Lord Gerudo... Ah, crap, I missed it. The two deities' followers have resented each other all this time, completely unaware that their gods stuck by each other through life and death.
You might be distrustful of the Akasha, but there's no reason for you to doubt the Scarlet King's technology. You've just witnessed his priest's last words.
I've never heard about any of this before. The surviving followers of the Scarlet King all gathered in Aru village. Our god did not make mistakes. We refused to believe any of the rumors. The Scarlet King's death, the all but total annihilation of our civilization, it was all Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's doing. We saw her as nothing more than a traitor, who stabbed us in the back in our moment of crisis. Just like us humans. Fighting, feuding, double-crossing each other to survive in the desert.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
If I hadn't seen this for myself, if I hadn't witnessed his last words with my own eyes, ears, and heart, how could I ever begin to accept this? The truth is so far from what I've always known. Am I really supposed to believe that after all these years, all this time seeking revenge, suddenly now my enemy is my savior?
Raman, that's enough.
No, let him talk it out.
You're starting to make a fool of yourself.
Let him talk it out.
Dia, tell me, my Aramites and I, what are we even fighting for?
Roman takes some time to collect his thoughts, while the rest of the party continues to explore.
Hey, how you doing?
He just needs a minute, that's all. It's fine.
I'll live. Thanks. I should probably go. Can't just stay here forever.
Why?
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know what you're going to ask. I feel deeply ashamed of everything I've done. You'll get everything you're asking for. But please, give me some time. After everything that's happened here today, somehow I need to explain it to the others.
It's not gonna be easy.
Well, I guess that's for me to deal with. Dia, this is where our camp's located. Make a note of it.
When would be a good time for us to go?
Tomorrow. I'll convince everyone that we're all on the same side.
Why do I not trust that?
And I'll return every last one of your your village keepers. We'll share our other resources with you too.
Oh, how kind of you. Very, very
You seem
considerate.
to finally understand that our true enemy is the sages.
Yes. The gods never gave up on anyone. It's the people responsible for all this that need to face the consequences of their actions.
Okay, but are we...
Must have been rough, but he seems to have figured things out now.
Ramon's no fool. Being the leader of your own faction in the desert is no easy feat. It's too bad he was held back by his belief in the Scarlet King. But now that that's changed, I guess we have a few more people on our side.
This is a turn for the better.
The outcome, at least, is favorable.
We should get going too. Let's head back, have a proper meal, and a nice, long sleep. We'll need all our energy tomorrow.
Hold on. Sino's having an existential crisis.
Sino, we're leaving!
stop yelling.
Okay. I do want to look around this because this is absolutely beautiful. What else is around here? Anything? Let me get up the tree. It's not gonna let me get up the tree, is it? It's gonna be like, no, you cannot, you can't climb over the tree. It won't let you. It was like, no, you cannot get on the tree. Wait. No. What about here? Ooh, here we go. No. You're not allowed to climb the tree. You're like, no, it's too disrespectful. You can't climb the tree. Can I get over the thing? My goodness. This is a sensitive area, but like I said, it's gorgeous. This is, they outdid themselves on this. This is fantastic. Wow. Can I climb nothing in this place? You know what? Oh wait, I can't even take a picture. Oh dang it. I wanted to take a picture of this. It's so pretty. Should be allowed to take pictures of domains. Alright, let's go get the people and then I'm gonna wrap up for the night. Oh good, I'm out by the shooty thing. This'll be good. Don't shoot me. Oh, they're air mites. Yeah, no, don't want to fight those. No, 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 no. Do not want to fight. It's fine. We're just gonna like boot scoot on by these guys. It's okay. It's fine. Hey, we're here to pick up some people. You're not gonna stop me, right? Okay, cool.
Raman, we're here.
Everything's been arranged. Someone will bring the village keepers back to Aru village shortly.
I guess all I can say now is thanks for agreeing to help.
Don't mention it. I think we can both agree you went to hell and back for it.
Ooh, hell!
But we share a common cause now. From here on out, we're allies.
Thanks, dude.
Where are the perpetrators?
I'll bring you to them. Follow me.
Oh?
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Oh. Awkward.
Oh no, it's the scribe!
Oh shit.
There's no need to yell. No one can help you now.
We've been all over the desert trying to find you!
That's right.
General Mahamatra? No, no! Make it quick, please! Swift and painless!
Whoa. The moment they set eyes on Sino, they turned pale like they've seen a ghost!
Are we gonna talk about the
You
Fatui
should
camp?
have known that I would be coming for you.
Wait, we were just following orders. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's no way we could have done all this by ourselves.
Oh really? Tell me more.
Not Sino. He's gonna tear us limb from limb.
I could do worse.
Please have mercy.
Start talking. Otherwise, I'll have to resort to other methods.
So, your superiors have kept you quite busy recently. Why? What are they trying to accomplish?
They, wanted to extract canned knowledge.
Don't play dumb. You know what I'm really asking. They extract divine canned knowledge. Then what?
I really don't know how to explain it.
Try.
Well, you better start talking or you'll be sorry!
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
May I butt in for a moment?
Be my guest.
The sages are trying to create a new god, aren't they?
Huh? That sure didn't sound like a fancy metaphor or anything. You're serious, aren't you?
How did you know?
There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The Academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. They are creating a new god. A god that will belong to them and to the people of Sumeru. It may seem as if Sumeru's academics are thriving, but ever since the death of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, scholarly breakthroughs have been few and far between. The withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like, if only Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was still with us.
But she is.
Continue.
And then, someone from the Fatui showed up. They called him the Doctor. He brought a gnosis and said he wanted to borrow the Academia's research facilities.
Oh.
The Doctor was previously expelled from the Academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he said those words, everyone's expression changed. He asked them, do you wish to create a god?
This is what the arrogant ignorance at the extreme end of academia looks like.
First, the Academia spent a long time constructing a divine vessel, which was based on an exquisite humanoid puppet. After that, they harvested dreams via the Zeb-Zerus Festival Samsara, maximizing the Akasha's output. With the Doctor's help, and the Akasha now functioning at maximum efficiency, they were able to use it to extract the power from the Gnosis and convert it into a divine core.
Holy shit.
Next, they decided that their new god needed to possess divine wisdom. For that to happen, they needed a huge quantity of divine canned knowledge.
It adds up.
But how do you determine whether the knowledge extracted is of divine origin?
Call it an educated guess? The Academia has been trying to figure out the exact source of the Scholar's madness for centuries, but to no avail. Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. Surely you can see what that implies, Scribe Alhaitham. If it's knowledge no mortal can comprehend, then it must be something only gods are able to decipher. In other words, it's the source of the God of Wisdom's omniscience and omnipotence.
But the sage's end product won't be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. It will be the Balladeer.
You must have noticed by now. The Academia doesn't care about who their god is. It's the ability to exercise control over knowledge and wisdom that matters. It is as if they are cursed with a desire for omniscience and omnipotence that burns in their blood. Some organisms demonstrate phototaxis, and thus orient their entire lives in respect to sources of light. For the sages, their only source of hope is the existence of a deity who embodies the acme of wisdom. This is but a form of phototaxis. For many scholars, the absence of a god of wisdom means stumbling in the darkness for the duration of their lives.
Then what does Lesser Lord Kusanali mean to you? Is she not a true god present in this world? If you already have a new god, why try to create another one?
From the beginning, the Academia has never treated her as a god. When the Academia first discovered Lesser Lord Kusanali, the newborn god of wisdom, the sages hoped that she would be as wise as Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But upon evaluation, they found that at the time she possessed no more intelligence than any ordinary human child. The sages never had a ruder awakening. This forced them to accept that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata had indeed passed away. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali's gnosis had been used to power the Akasha this entire time. By herself, she has neither an Archon's raw power, nor the spectacular insight expected of a god of wisdom. Slowly but surely, people began to forget about her existence.
So, this is the path the sages have chosen.
Even now, they still refuse to acknowledge Lesser Lord Kusanali. I never imagined a god could be subjected to such cruelty.
All right, let's try to keep our cool. If everyone's in a bad mood, then let's change up our scenery. Raman, give me a few men to help us escort the village keepers back to the village. And these two scholars, they're coming too.
Sure, as you wish.
Okay. I think I'm gonna call it there. I do want to check this out real quick though, because there's a Fatui camp just chilling over here. What kind of chest is that? That's not a green chest, I don't think. I'm gonna run real quick, piss him off, and
Time to work. Work time.
no, that's not what I think it is. Anyway, bye. Okay, so I'm gonna call it there. How far do they chase you? Oh, hey, there's another random Fatui dude. Not good. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna go. But if anybody's interested in professional wrestling, I will be live in a little bit less than an hour over on twitch.tv/WTRLive, where I will be doing the rack, and we will be talking all about professional wrestling. That's 10 p.m. Eastern, so if you're interested, please come hang out, chit chat with us. It'll be fun. I'm not sure if I'll be live tomorrow, probably not. But I should be live Saturday and Sunday, where we will continue the quests, and we will continue exploring the desert and doing the things in Sumeru, and just hanging out and having a good time. Drops will be enabled, so if anybody wants Genshin drops, please tell your friends, come hang out. It'll be good. So, if you want to get notified of when I'm going live, just follow me on Twitter at Linsmward, LNSWD. You can also check out my YouTube channel, linsward.rockradioshow.com, or just look for Linsward on the YouTubes. Like, subscribe, do all the things, ring the bell. And if you're planning to roll, well, especially if you like Sino, because he's just a little intense. Oh, I need to do one more thing before I go. You can use creator code Linsmward in the Genshin Impact store to get your crystals, to get your prima gems, to get your wishes, to get your characters. You have 14 days, 21 hours, and 48 minutes to get Sino, Venti, and the weapons before they are gone from the shop until their next rerun. You can also get the lovely Candace, who is just amazing, on Sino and Venti's banner as well. So roll for her because she's beautiful. And before I go, for science.
This realm is truly beginning to thrive.
Oh, I need to switch realms. Let's go to this one because, yes, I wish to do the thing. Because this realm's relatively empty, so I can just drop Sino here and it's fine. Which is exactly what's going to happen. Alright. Companion. Because I should have enough. Yes, I was gonna say I don't have anybody on this island, so. So we'll just. Actually, let's get Candace and Sino. Let's just drop them in the middle of an island just because we can. So there's Candace, or there's Sino. There's Candace. Let's space them apart so I can see their stuff. Alright. Alright. Let's do her first.
Oh, it's you. How have your recent travels been? If there's anything you need, just tell me anytime. It's quite different from our village, but I feel at ease here nonetheless. I was so surprised the first time I came in. Such a small teapot, and yet so vast on the inside. If I could store our village in a teapot...
Want to give it a shot?
I was simply musing. Even if that were possible, what I seek to protect is not an object named our village. It is my homeland and the lives of everyone in it. I apologize for making you listen to all of this.
No, it's cool.
And thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Anytime. Alright, here we go.
Ah, you're back. Be sure to get ample rest before your next adventure.
I don't know what I expected.
At first, I couldn't get used to how quiet it is here. There's no howling desert wind or sound of bugs skittering in the rainforest. When you're trying to get sleep, it's so quiet and peaceful that you almost start wondering whether it's even real, which makes it hard to relax.
Are you more used to it now?
Yes. I just tell myself that I'm on a vacation, and that I shouldn't worry about what's going on anywhere else. Though, of course, before bed every night, I still reflect on my previous battles and review what I've learned.
We have got to make him relax. Have you managed to get any rest?
Don't worry. I feel much more relaxed now than I was at the academia. The point of rest is to relieve the stress and fatigue you've built up. It doesn't mean completely changing who you are. I really like it here. It's a place where I can finally enjoy a moment of peace. I'll use this time to revitalize myself and prepare for the next time I need to administer judgment.
We almost had him. We almost had him. He was like, he had us in the first half, and then he's like, and then I'm going to murder. I don't know what I expected, but it was better than what I thought. So anyway, follow the socials, use the creator code, do all the things, come listen to the rack in about 45 minutes. I will see you all potentially Saturday. Take care, have a great Friday. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.